Alright guys, just gonna do a quick sound check here a second. Alright. I'm just gonna rebuild my transmission that I've had apart for a little while I wait for some more people to get in here, and then we can start putting the frame together. Talk about that a little bit in a second. Had to make a new transmission here because the metal GPM racing gears that I got are not the same tolerances as the stock gears, so had to make a different transmission, but that's alright, it's working good now. Seem like some pretty nice gears, at least this far. Haven't had any issues with them. Besides, the bearings are kind of hard to press onto one side of them. I don't know if I just got a crappy run of them or what. I'm gonna try to get everything together tonight, or at least somewhat together, because I have a competition on Sunday. Today is Friday. Alright, got that all set. Close this thing out. Try to keep as much grease in it as I can. Just one more thing here, second. Hello, X Island Boy 25. Yeah, I thought I'd do another live stream because I haven't done a live stream since 600 subscribers, so that's another 200 people. So this is a Team Associated CR12. It's not an axial, but kind of along the same lines as an SCX10, just smaller. So now I just gotta start tearing stuff apart. Really. Gonna start with our servo up here. Take our servo horn off entirely. And I've got a metal one I can put on instead. I got two different Vanquish servo horns over here. Not sure which one's right. I got a 24 tooth and a 25 tooth. I know one fits. This is marketed as a 12th scale, so not quite as big as 10th scale when you have them next to each other. It has a 380 motor in this one. I'm not sure what the turn rating is, but it is a brushed motor. So right now I'm just putting the servo on these little L brackets. This is just a test plate that I did. Yeah, I did see that, the new Yeti Junior. That's pretty sweet. I just wish I could get some of the old Yeti Junior tires, because those look really awesome on the CR12s, but they kind of discontinued those as soon as I got the CR12, so hey RC Voodoo, good to see you. It's been a while since we talked. Hopefully this won't get too boring. I just gotta tear this truck down for a while and then I can start building a new frame. So on this frame I put little sliders here where the servo's going to mount, so that I can play with the geometry a little bit, and then that way I can figure out what works best and then just make it a single hole in the design. So just like that, you can see how the servo can move back and forth. Hey, that's my RC. Thanks for stopping in. I saw your new skid steer build. Thought that was really awesome, how it all just kind of pops together. Super simple. But yeah, if you want to get one of these CR12s, if you're looking for a brand new one, RPP is doing their 15% off again this weekend, I think. So you can get a brand new truck for $170 and you get free shipping. So pretty good deal to me. And Island Boy 25, I have not played with brushless motors too much in crawlers. I've always just mess with brush, but I've never tried brushless, so I can't say anything bad against it. Not exactly sure how I want to tackle this quite yet. I know I have to pull basically everything out of this truck except the frame, and I'm going to leave the electronics in here for right now. I think one way or the other it's just going to turn out to be a big pile of parts on the table, so I guess we can only dig in. The one benefit of brushed that you always have over brushless is that brushed is always waterproof, and brushless you're going to have to waterproof yourself or buy the waterproof model. Hey Michael, how's it going? Did you see this off of the CR12 Facebook page? I just threw it up there a couple minutes ago. But yep, these are basically what the Clodbuster frame rails are going to be, but just prototyping with the sliders here. And all these shock towers are going to be separate pieces eventually, I'm hoping. Separate in the rear so you can do a full drop bed, and separate in the front so that I can do my panhard bar mount down here, because that's going to have to be brazed on, and I'd much rather screw up a shock tower than screw up an entire frame rail. So couple changes, but basically the same layout. Kingston RC, thanks for joining in. We're just working on the CR12 tonight. Pull this out. Gotta clip all these zip ties. RC Voodoo, I have not seen your sunroof yet on the Gen 8, but I did watch some of your information on that interior build, and I thought that was really sweet. I really love that Gen 8, but I got so many projects on my hands already. Picking up another CR12 this weekend, so that'll be three CR12s. I think right here what I'm going to do is try and sneak the frame rail in here, and then maybe I can just start screwing stuff into the frame rail. This is a Team Associated CR12 Island Boy 25. It's about $200 new. If you can find them in your local area, they're usually a little cheaper than that. Or you can get them from Associated, and from Associated you can get a scratch and dent one for about $160. So still get your warranty with that, which is always good. I think we might just get lucky and be able to sneak these frame rails in here. Be a lot easier than you know, pulling the whole truck apart, I think. Maybe we won't be able to. Oh, another thing I should tell you guys about. I got in the mail today the Highway 1 RC out in California sent me their barrage, and that'll also be getting a clodbuster body treatment on it. So what I'm hoping to do is just put that on the same frame rails as I'm building for the CR12s. That way, just do a few small changes, and then that way it's a pretty similar base to work off of, although it will be a barrage instead of a CR12. So a bit different, but similar. Yeah, you will be able to put a larger body on this with the longer frame rails. The clodbuster body, I did the measurements, and it's about 1/11th scale. So not quite 10th scale, especially with a lot of rigs going to closer to 9th scale lately, but nothing wrong with that. I like the square body looks of the clodbuster and just all that sort of stuff. I like that it's a hard body, so it's not Lexan. Just a cool looking truck. ECX, geez, I think that barrage is the only crawler they do right now. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know a lot about ECX lineup. Maybe we can get Rick's RC in here to give us some styrene tips, because I'm probably going to have to build some electronics cross members eventually, because I got competition Sunday and putting this together tonight. And just like that. Okay. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I was looking at the barrage that I got in the mail. I could probably bring it over here, but I want to get this done tonight. The links on that look kind of small, and all the hardware is really weird on it. A lot of Phillips heads, and the other thing is Phillips head, and some of it's really strong, really small. I know the CR12 only uses 2.5mm hardware on most of it, but the barrage is really, it's got even smaller hardware on it. Michael, do you still have your CR12 torn apart, or did you get it back together? If you're still here. The CR12, yeah, I was thinking about making a video comparing them. Personally, I'm definitely partial to the CR12, but I'm not gonna bash the Barrage either. It's a good looking truck, honestly, but there are some things that I think could have been thought out a little bit better. I haven't had any experience with it yet, though, just looking at it. Just gotta put the servo back in it. Oh yeah, because you stole that one out for your TF2, if I remember right. Wow, that went twice as fast as I thought it would have gone. Alright, well, I have some extra cross members here to throw in. So these are just some 1/4" rods that I made up for this exact purpose. RC Voodoo, yeah, if you send me something, I could probably make it in aluminum. Or if you know how to send an STL file, I can try and take a look at it and just design it from there if you don't have to print it first. But either way, I guess you can send me an email or whatever you want, really. It's all the same to me. Is that racing going pretty well for you, Michael? Got another race car coming on Monday. Yeah, I got friends ordering cars and stuff. Hey, Rick Scale RC, was just talking about you. You're gonna have to make up some styrene cross members for all these electronics I just tore out of this thing. Ah, crap. Forgot to tighten up all my links. Guess I'm just gonna pull the transmission back out. Second. I'm glad that racing's working out good for you, Michael. Sounds like a lot of fun. So, for any of you guys that do have these trucks, the other day I just picked up a hardware kit, not exactly for these, but since these use all practically 2.5mm hardware, I got a K&K 2.5mm hardware kit. I can't remember. Here it is. 400 pieces here. I ordered this from RPP. I also got some RC4 drive transfer case gears somewhere. Yeah, so anyways, I got some RC4 drive transfer case gears to go in this when I decide to do my front transmission and center transfer case that's going to go in the Clodbuster long wheelbase. And then that'll also allow me to do overdrives for some tighter steering, which will be definitely be good. Kingston RC. Well, it's based off the stock transmission, but it is a high clearance transmission. So the drive shaft angles are steeper. They're about maxed out at the stock ride height. So you can't lift the truck any with this transmission, but it uses the stock transmission gears if you want to. But I have the GPM Racing metal gears in here because I stripped out my plastic gears. And I also got metal gears for the axles, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to that before this competition coming up on Sunday. So basically this is a stock base truck, but it's quite far from stock at the moment. So I'm gonna have to get some thicker spacers for these shocks. They're just a little too tight against the aluminum there. So just put some spacers in there, fix it. But if you loosen it up a little bit, everything moves good. And for those of you that haven't seen yet, I haven't put it on YouTube yet, but I did some brass knuckle weights on the front. But kind of hard to tell. I can try and show you guys. They kind of look like brake rotors, but